Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So yes, the title says right. I do have another 12-inch MacBook, and I got this bad boy because I really wanted an updated version of the MacBook, and I also wanted to have a more compact. Look how small this is. You like my case? Check the video out on this case. But I got the 12-inch MacBook because lately I've been doing a lot of traveling, and the last trip that I had when I took it to New York, I went to New York for the Galaxy Note 8 event. I actually didn't take a tablet. I didn't take anything but about 4 or 5 smartphones, and I tried to wing it just editing on the go or doing any kind of footage with the smartphones alone. And it actually worked out okay for me, but after a while I think I got a little frustrated because I really wanted to offload some stuff and do a little bit of mild editing. Well, I didn't take my iPad, I didn't take any tablets, just phones, and I think that was a mistake. I know I have smartphoneconversations.com, but I think that was probably a mistake. So, with that being said, I decided to go out and grab the 12-inch MacBook, and I know you're probably thinking, Jay, you have the 13-inch MacBook. The 13-inch MacBook is too bulky and too big, and I carry one carry-on, and I like to have a very compact, small device that I'm working with. So, I was using the iPad Pro as my media device and things like that, and I just decided I wanted another laptop. So, doing so, it took a lot of research. It took me a long time to decide, but I eventually just went with the 12-inch MacBook for a number of reasons. Mainly, the size of this computer is really, really small, but you still get a full-size keyboard. You get a huge trackpad. The sound system on here is mind-blowing in person. You gotta trust me. Hit your local Apple store and check out the speakers on the 12-inch MacBook. Or you can just get on YouTube and watch everybody else tell you that they're great. Another thing is the 1440 display. So it's actually 2048 by 1440. That is actually really crisp for it to be on this 12-inch display. I really like how it displays media and movies and things like that. And I went with the 256 gig, 8 gig model, the Core M3, because this isn't a device that is going to be my replacement to my 5K iMac. My 5K iMac is my main editing machine, but again, when I'm traveling, I want to stick with Mac OS, and Sierra is on here, and it's running like a champ. I just really appreciate what Apple has done with their ecosystem. It's very user-friendly. I can do FaceTime, iMessage, everything all from the computer. Now, yes, I do have a 10.5 iPad Pro. So I'm telling you a story. I was at the Best Buy around the corner from my house, and the rep was telling me, hey, I know you want a MacBook, you already have a 5K iMac, I see you here all the time, what would be the reasoning for buying this pretty much? Don't you have a 13-inch? And I told him I need something a little bit more pocketable and portable that I can still edit on the go with. I'm not so much looking for something that I can record things on. But he told me basically that, the iPad Pro would technically work because in iOS 11, I'll have access to the file manager and things like that. So I'll be able to do some drag and drop and to get a little bit more creative with the iPad Pro. Well, while I can appreciate that, I really wanted a full-blown computer experience. Yes, I do have a 10.5 iPad Pro, but I couldn't see myself traveling with just that device and using it for the editing that I'm going to do. I know it has iMovie, but it's still not the full version of iMovie that you get on the Macs, which is actually pretty good. And I use that to recreate most of my videos. Like 99% of my videos are done through iMovie. I don't use Final Cut Pro. I don't feel like where I'm at in my YouTube career that I need that. So right now I'm rolling with the 12-inch MacBook for traveling, and not even just for traveling. If I'm sitting downstairs like I am right now and I want to get on the internet and I want to type out something comfortably on a full keyboard, this keyboard is massive and big enough, and you get a nice size trackpad. The speakers, again, they're just fantastic, but the overall experience is what I want to keep flowing throughout the system at my house, and I want to have Mac for computers only. Now, I do have a built Windows PC in my office as well, But I only use that right now for just ripping DVDs and things like that, because I don't have a DVD drive on my Mac yet, my 5K Mac, but I will be buying the external drive. I've heard some good and bad things with that. So you leave me a recommendation down below whether or not I should get the official Apple version, or should I wait to see if they bring out a new version, or recommend another external DVD drive that's portable that'll work good with Macs. Now, this isn't all roses. I still have the 480p camera, which is actually pretty terrible. It's pretty bad. And then also, you get just 2 ports. You get the Type-C port, and you get the microphones, dual microphones over here, and the headphone jack. Now, the reason that that doesn't really bother me too much is because I do have this one dongle that has Type-C, 3 USB 3.0 ports, HDMI, and an SD card slot. So if I just really needed to actually do some work, I really could. I could hook up an external monitor to this. I can do a 4K monitor, possibly a 5K, I would assume. But nonetheless, I can have it all in a compact size. My goal for buying this, and how I feel like this brings value to me and my channel, is I'm going to use it for editing on the go. I get a full-blown computer experience. I get great battery life. This thing lasts. I didn't just buy this, but I did show you the unboxing. I've been using it for a while now. Actually, this video is actually edited on there, and some other videos. But you know, I did get the Core M3 model. It's convenient for me. It's going to add value to my channel because it's not my main computing device. I have a 5K Mac for that. I want to keep their system flowing throughout my channel and helping me to grow with my channel, and I'm deciding to do it with Mac. I'm not saying Windows is bad, but for me, Mac works better for editing, and the experience that I get with it is really good. Sound like an infomercial. It's not, though. It's just me passionate about. I really like the Sierra OS. So I'm rolling with the 12-inch MacBook. This is my second one. I bought the first one when it came out, when the initial 12-inch MacBook came out, and I wasn't too fond of it then. You know, the first generations of things are probably not always the best, but in some cases they could be. But I decided to go back and get another, because this was something behind closed doors. I was actually trying to figure out, do I just carry that bulky 13-inch MacBook Pro, or do I go get a small one? Look how small this is. This is fantastic. Even with my case on here, it's still not bad at all. But this is really good. It's gonna make me grow on YouTube. It's gonna bring some convenience to my life when I'm traveling, and I get a great experience. So it's your man Jay Will. I hope you enjoyed. More videos to come. Be sure to check out the video on this case right here. It's a faux leather case. It is actually fantastic. It comes complete with the kit, keypad cover, which I don't want to use, and then it comes with the screen protector, which I do have on there. That display is stunning, right? That is a stunning display. Let's try to get that thumbnail. Is that long enough? That should be long enough. It's your man Jay Will. I'm out, y'all.